Hey, y'all, this is Gary with Tennessee Stands. And look, we're on the last day, November 3rd, of early voting. And y'all, we've got to get rid of the machines. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say to elected officials. I don't know how much more to convince people. I know a lot of you are with me on this. Who is it that we need to talk to get rid of these machines in our elections here in Tennessee? In case you hadn't heard, listen to what's going on in Davidson County.
Hundreds of early voters cast their ballots, but here's the problem. They were given the wrong ones. Nashville's election administrator says that same ballot problem could have happened in the August primary as well.
On Tuesday, Nashville-Davidson County Elections Administrator Jeff Roberts says he learned of an error that caused hundreds of early voters to be given the wrong ballots. The impacted ballots can't be changed, so ballots cast in the wrong races will be counted.
Nothing can be done. So if you think about it, we've voted 45,000 plus people early voting. I don't know which ballots they are.
Officials say they recognize their mistakes could lead to a lack of trust in the election. Their hope is people keep voting.
We said, yes, there was a problem. We fixed it. We feel confident that the issues will not recur, that gives the voters some sense that the folks that you've charged with putting on an election are really here to make it happen for you.
So there's a couple of things I want to make sure that you heard, okay? Number one, the issue that's happening right now, they messed up the lines from redistricting. There were people that were voting in the wrong districts, so there's illegitimate votes now. The election administrator in Davidson County says, oops, our bad, but we want you to know we're working hard and we fixed it. However, there's nothing we can do, so we're going to count the votes. We know that the vote count is wrong. We know that illegal votes were cast. We know we messed up, but due to the nature of the machines, we don't know who it is that voted and we can't fix it, so we're just going to move on. And by the way, we're going to count the votes. But also, make sure you didn't miss what the reporter said at the very beginning of the newscast. He acknowledged that this same issue had happened in the primaries in August. So look, understand with these machines, you walk into a voting center, which is problem number one. We're breaking away from precinct voting. So I'm not going to dive into that right now, but look it up. The difference between voting centers and precinct voting. We have to go back to where people vote where they live, vote in their own local precincts, where people know who you are, where people know your name, where they know your address, where they have a voter logbook, where they can find you. You go to these voting centers now where everything's consolidated. That's why in a lot of counties you're seeing longer lines and longer wait times to vote, especially on election day, on the election day itself, not necessarily early voting. You see these long lines. And of course, to address the long lines now, what's the fix? It's not going back to precinct voting. It's getting what? More machines. The machines who are causing all of these illegal votes to happen. And while the illegal votes are happening, and we know they're happening and we can't fix them, we continue to certify these elections. Look, all of this nonsense going on with these machines is a problem. That there are so many issues. And if you've been watching this video, make sure you've been watching this little ticker at the bottom of the screen, because these two people and these phone numbers, if you want paper ballots in Tennessee, Trey Hargett and Mark Goins, these are the folks running your elections here in Tennessee. Give them a call and let them know you're tired of the machines and you want secured, hand-marked paper ballots. Here's one more thing. So we've got this machine issue going on right now in Davidson County. Last year, where I live in Williamson County, we had a local Franklin, Tennessee municipal election in October of 2021. And thankfully, we've got a really great group of activists, people really paying attention here in Williamson County that have gotten impressively educated on elections in general. And these folks are volunteering their time. I know there are a lot of people throughout the state pouring their energy into this issue, and they're working as poll watchers. Well, poll watchers caught this issue last year in our elections. This in particular was on Dominion machines here in our county. And you can see right here, I'll pull this website up. This is a report that was done by the U.S. Election Assistance Commission, the EAC. It's a government agency that looked at the report that was filed, did diagnostics on the machines, ran tests, and verified. This is a United States government agency, verified that the elections issues and the authentication issues that were found by our poll workers, our poll watchers here in Williamson County, were legitimate. That the machines were miscounting votes because of outdated software on the machines that had not been certified. The report goes on to say that they also found that Alaska and Iowa were using the same outdated pieces of software, and they could have been affected in their elections as well. But the problem is, as we continue to find these issues with the machines, it's always seemingly no harm, no foul. The machines are great. They're convenient. They're efficient. They're secure. I'm just gonna say something here, and I'm gonna try to sound like this is common sense. If the machines can't correctly count a vote, they're not secure. They're not efficient. It's literally the only job we require of the machine is to correctly count the vote that you walk up to the ballot box and cast. And if the machines cannot do that, they're ineffective for elections. Dare I say conclusively that here in Tennessee, machines, as everywhere else, are ineffective and are not secure for our elections. So look, if you want paper ballots, call these numbers below, take some action. And look, we're going to have an event here in Franklin. Tickets are not on sale yet. That's coming. But I want to go ahead and put this out there again. Save the date, January 21st to Saturday. It's going to be an all-day event from 9 to 4 here in Franklin, Tennessee. And it's called Behind the Curtain, a look into Tennessee elections. And so plan to be here. It's going to be $49 a ticket all day. It's going to include lunch here in Franklin. And plan to join us. We're going to have some national speakers coming in. Mark Fincham out of Arizona, who is very involved in the Maricopa County audits, is going to be with us. And we're going to be talking about solutions. How do we fix these things in Tennessee? How do we get secured hand-marked paper ballots? What are the security features? And how do we get rid of these god-awful machines? So look, call the numbers below. Take action. And I'll just tell you, I'm just going to say it. They're going to do what they're going to do. But if we know that votes are being cast illegally, and the Secretary of State in Tennessee still certifies an election where we know that votes were illegally cast and illegally counted, and we still certify the election, according to law, that's a crime. That is a crime here in Tennessee. And guys, we've got to get, if we don't get this fixed, honestly, what are we doing? Call these numbers. Put January 21st, 2023, Franklin, Tennessee on your calendar.